At a time when poor training and losing experience of the Ukrainian military are on full display in the war, the French government is considered giving Zelensky's regime its Leclerc battle tanks. However, Macron is also concerned that Ukrainian forces are too naive to handle them. Hello and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of TFI Media Group. I'm your host Ananya Sharma. Let's begin with the video report. As the US and other European nations are delivering weapons to Ukraine, it is being said that France might also send its Leclerc main battle tanks to Ukraine. However, the French government is skeptical about how useful these tanks would be since the Ukrainian military is already struggling with comprehending and technicalities of other tanks such as Germany's Leopard 2 and Britain's Challenger 2. The Leclerc is very different from other Western tanks. Designed for speed and firepower, the Leclerc can use its French-designed 120 smoothbore cannon and advanced sensors to engage targets. Weighing 57 tons, it is smaller and lighter than 80-ton M1A3 Abrams, the 64-ton Challenger 2 and the 62-ton Leopard 2. However, the Ukrainian military is too naive and inexperienced in handling this equipment. The tanks' designs are complicated and are more complex than the Russian-designed tanks to which Ukraine had access before the outbreak of the war. The ill-prepared Ukrainian forces will have to dedicate a substantial amount of time to learning these tanks' features, maintenance and technology. There are also concerns among Western nations that delivering these tanks can cause unforeseeable repercussions such as divisions within NATO or incite Russia to intensify its military action. Echoing similar concerns, a French defense official told the media recently, "We are just wondering whether the Leclerc would be a poisoned chalice." The aim is to be useful and effective. Another tank model means that the Ukrainian military, which is persistently making blunders, will be facing a series of tactical and logistical problems from here on too. While the diplomatic blunders of Kyiv have caused widespread death and destruction in Ukraine, it is also the inexperience, poor preparation and inefficient strategy of the Ukrainian military which have made Ukraine lose this war. Even the allies of Ukraine strongly believe that its forces are too naive and inexperienced in handling advanced weapons. For example, as TFIGlobal explained that recently the US declined Zelensky's request for M1 Abrams main combat tanks, which created tensions in the ties between the two. Yes, you heard that right. The US, which is one of the chief allies of Ukraine, stated that it will not provide it with M1 Abrams tanks. As per the Washington Post, the Biden administration stressed that the Abrams main combat tanks are too difficult to maintain and complex to operate for Kyiv. This episode demonstrates that the allies of Ukraine know very well that giving their weapons to Kyiv can damage their political and diplomatic interests. The fact that Ukrainian military is incompetent and inefficient to handle heavy weaponry is corroborated by the refusal of Washington to deliver its arms. The supply of Leclerc tanks by France to Ukraine will eventually serve Russia's interests rather than Ukraine's, as Putin's forces will take advantage of Ukraine's lack of readiness to handle these tanks.